Well, good morning. Good morning, everyone. It's Gordon. I am one of the co-founders here at Lander for Success, along with my business partner, J. Canthan. I trust everyone's having an amazing day. This morning, I would love to share one of my favorite poems with you. As some of you know, I love poems. I didn't write most of these poems, but I love the words. I love how it inspires and motivates, at least for myself. And I trust that the words, the poems will inspire and motivate you as much as it has for myself. All right. And also, you guys know one of my favorite books is Napoleon Hill's book, Think and Grow Rich. So the poem I'm going to share with you is a poem that I learned while reading Think and Grow Rich. It's called "I Bargain with Life for a Penny." And I love it. Think about the words for a minute. I bargained with life for a penny. You know, we go to a market and we bargain, right? So today, most of us go to a store and we just buy what's on the price tag, right? We don't really bargain. But when you go to maybe places like a third world country, right? So when I'm in, let's say, Hong Kong, and I'm in one of the night markets, right? When you buy something, you never pay full price. You're bargaining, you're bargaining, you're bargaining. So, we get in life what we ask for, and we get in life what we bargain for. Would you guys agree with that? So, one of the themes that I've learned from this poem, "I Bargain with Life," is number one, always ask, right? Because you're not going to get if you don't ask. Would you guys agree with that? So, ask without fear. Write that down if you can. I wish I could write it down for you, but I can't on here. But ask without fear. A good friend of mine, John Shin, is the executive producer for Think and Grow Rich Legacy, the movie. And someone asked him one day, said, "John, how did you get the rights from the Napoleon Hill Foundation to make the movie, right? Think and Grow Rich Legacy, the movie." And he said, Gordon, I asked. Right? He said, I asked. And interestingly enough, he was going to spend $1 million to produce the movie. He ended up spending over $6 million to produce Think and Grow Rich Legacy, the movie. So if you haven't seen the movie, do me a favor, go and watch it. It's an incredible movie that depicts really what's in here in Napoleon Hill's book, Think and Grow Rich. But John says, ask without fear. Okay, so the poem goes something like this. And again, I trust this will inspire you as much as it has myself. It says, I bargain with life. I bargain with life for a penny, and life would pay no more. However, I begged at evening when I counted my scanty store. It says, for life is a just employer. It gives you what you ask, right? But once you have set the wages, why you must bear the task. I worked for a menial's hire, only to learn dismayed that any wage I had asked life would have willingly paid. Amazing poem, right? I encourage you, look it up. You can look it up on the internet, right? I bargain for life for a penny, or I think the description is in here as well. I work for a menial's hire. The poem says, I work for a menial's hire. And Jim Rohn once said, there is no menial hire. Like whatever you ask of life is what you get, is what you deserve. Jim Rohn says, if you asked to be a doctor, you're a doctor. If you asked to be an engineer, you're an engineer. If you asked to be a store clerk, you're a store clerk. So where you are in life, your education, right, where you work, the relationships you're in, he says, you asked for it. So if you show up with a smile, do it with a smile. And then if you're not happy with where you are, somebody once said, you're not a tree, right? You don't have roots that are so deep that you can't move. If you're not happy with you are, just don't stay where you are, right? You can move, you can change. So there is no menial hire life, and we get in life what we ask for, right? So I'm going to share with the poem one more time. And I hope that this poem means as much to you as it has myself. Okay, so I bargained with life for a penny, and life would pay no more. However, I begged at evening when I counted my scanty store. For life is a just employer. He gives you what you ask. But once you have set the wages, why, you must bear the task. I worked for a menial's hire, only to learn dismayed that any wage I had asked life would have willingly pays. So what are you asking of life? What are you asking for? And someone also once said, be careful what you ask for because it may come true. Okay. So ask without fear. Thank you so much for taking the time. Thank you for allowing me to share this poem with you. And once again, I trust that it will help and inspire to motivate you to success. And I look forward to some of your feedbacks and your comments as well. Have an amazing, amazing day, everyone.